Signore e signori, Paul Pogba sta arrivando alla Juventus. Paul Pogba è tornato. Ciao a tutti e benvenuti nel video di oggi. Today guys, this is a video on the much awaited return of Paul Pogba. He has come back home to Juventus. He flew in yesterday and had his medical today, along with signing the contract. Paul is back. Number of things to talk about with this transfer, guys. Obviously, leaving Juventus back in 2016, going back to his boyhood club, Manchester United. And since then, you know, his time at Manchester United, he's been regarded all round. I don't think there is a single fan that has said that Paul Pogba has been a successful signing for Manchester United. Even though he has been getting the stats similar to Juventus when he was doing absolutely superb, you could see in his performances he has not been as solid, as consistent, as much of a big game player like he was at Juventus. So obviously, looking at that, there's going to be huge question marks whether or not he will be putting in the performances for Juventus. But going back a bit, when he first came in, when we first bought him off Manchester United for a free transfer, I believe, I don't know if we paid like a really small fee, but I believe it was free. And coming into the squad, a virtual unknown youngster, which many didn't expect much of, he put in his first season in scoring not tremendous goals, absolute phenomenal goals. I still to this day remember the goal in which he scored against Udinese when he just shot a half volley outside of the boot, curled into the top corner from about 35, 40 yards out. That was just one of the best goals I've ever seen for Juventus as a fan. One of the best I've ever seen. And, you know, season after season, putting in consistent performance. Very rarely I'd see that man put a foot wrong in the game. Not just going forward, you know, he was just proficient in all areas. Like, I mean, he could track back and defend. He can retain possession. He would just have tremendous skill on the ball. He would be a tremendous passer, bringing long balls, short passes. It was just a phenomenal player to watch. Absolute phenomenal player. And especially at that time, when we had midfielders of the like of Vidal, Pirlo, Marchisio, that midfield for a period of time was without question the best midfield on the planet. We won numerous Scudettos with Juve, 4 on the trot, not to mention 2 Coppa d'Italias as well, and 2015, you know, being a crucial part of the team and like taking us to the final. And in that final, even though we did lose against Barcelona, Paul Pogba, possibly our best player on the pitch, along with the likes of Tevez, Morata scoring. And then his final season, by far the best season that he had for us, scoring 10 goals, 10 assists, I believe, and was highly regarded as one of the best midfielders, and had a few fans saying he was the best midfielder in the world, which I wouldn't go that far. Without doubt, world-class midfielder, one of the 4 best midfielders on the planet at the time. But then, yeah, his first season at Man United was good. When he left for us, for a world record fee at the time of £90 million, which broke all sorts of records, and most people believe was the starting point of players going on such ridiculous prices these days. He went back to United under Jose Mourinho. First season was a good season, I thought, okay, he can start off something special with Man United. But then afterwards, having inconsistent performance, not being good all round like he was at Juventus, you know, defending, going forward, retaining possession, creating chances. Stat-wise, though, there were some seasons like he scored more than he did at Juventus, but you could see in his performances, it's just so inconsistent. And a switch of managers as well probably didn't help, you know, likes of Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ralf Rangnick, and, you know, leaving Manchester United at the end of his contract, so he is coming into us as a free agent, so no transfer fees. But this, for me, as a Juventus fan, like, this could potentially be one of the best signing we could have made. Because if Paul Pogba hits the ground running and plays as good as he did when he played for us previously, you know, creating chances, because that is the most crucial thing that we have missed so much over the last 3-4 seasons especially, is creativity in the middle. We had so many midfielders that were just so similar, like box-to-box midfielders, we had too many of, that it just can't produce that much creativity and that much magic which we required on the pitch. Like when Pjanic first came in, that was probably the last creative midfielder that we had in that 16-17 season, and then kind of dropped off at the end of the 17-18 season, and then afterwards just didn't produce that much. So we've been just relying on box-to-box midfielders, but with Paul Pogba, and I believe him, with Zakaria and Locatelli, that would be the best midfield we could get at the minute with all the players that we got. Whether or not we're going to get another midfielder, I'm not too sure. I would be very happy with that midfield. I mean, you got Locatelli, that is a very good defensive midfielder during his time at Sassuolo. Last season just didn't have a great season. And Zakaria, if he can remain fit, not as injured as he was last season, this could be a very productive, very creative midfield. With Pogba in there now, I think this also could be a midfield that could do the job, and we could end up regaining this Scudetto, I believe. But that's it from me, guys. I'm very excited. Paul, welcome back. Honestly, very glad to have you back, my boy, and I hope that he hits the ground running and produces the most spectacular performance like he used to do years ago. And please, guys, give us your thoughts on how well you think Paul Pogba will be doing this season, how many goals, how many assists he will get this first season, and tell me if we should add anyone else to that midfield, and if our midfield is good enough to compete for the big trophies. And also, guys, if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can be alerted whenever we upload new videos. If you like this video, give it a like, and don't forget to check out our TikTok and Instagram. Much love. Ciao, ciao.